There's the mic unmute button. Found it. Welcome. You are the first one here. Since you are here, I'm just gonna load my save, and we can switch over to the game in just a sec. Oh, forgot that when you load the save, it goes right back to the beginning of the hub world. Okay, we can switch over now. There we go. Let's turn that down. It was a bit loud on my headphones. So last week we finished Sanctuary Stone and Fire. We got just over, well, pretty much to the halfway point of the game. 503 out of 999 yellow lums, 46 out of 80 cages. So onwards to the Echoing Caves. And yeah, like I said, we're finishing the game today because it's not super long when you've played it as much as I have. Seems like a lot to find still. Well, it is a lot in terms of numbers, but when you have played the game, when you played the game a lot. So this level has a really nice warm welcome by having a robot pirate assault you immediately. Also, it's still a bit loud in my headphones. Let's turn that down. There we go. So, how's your day been so far? Since... well, you're the only one here, so you're the only one I can ask. Ooh. Down here first. Get another switch. Doing pretty good. Easier work in the second half should be easy for second half. Good to hear. How am I doing? I'm doing alright. Been mostly lazy today. Yesterday was quite busy at work, despite it only being a short work day because it was a bank holiday. It was really busy and therefore, like, really tiring. That's not how I meant to do that. There we go. Yeah, I've been thankful that at least for the last few weeks I've not been given Tuesday to work, so I've not had to. It means I don't have to rush to set streams up after work and stuff, which is nice. The door is closed by 4 switches. Indeed. Hold on. Let me check my... filtering. Let's slightly change up the Elgato setup for this stream because it's the exact setup I was using last week seemed to not be working correctly today, so I didn't have time to fix it, so... But I've got it working, so... That's what's important. That's what is important. We've probably got 3 out of 4 of those switches. He needs to do a platforming thing when you just skip half of it. You can tell this originated as an N64 game when you have textures used for many of the levels throughout. A lot of these grass and wall textures. wouldn't be out of place. Well, they're basically the same as in a lot of levels. Yeah, similar textures. Yeah, I mean it was designed originally for the N64, I think, so, right to my knowledge. Because I mean that and the PC versions were the first released, so... Like, the Dreamcast version is basically just an enhanced port. Because, you know, more powerful and all that. Ah, wait, can I do the funny thing? I say funny, it's not that funny. Oh wait, no, they fixed it. So the door doesn't close if Rayman's in it. Oh well. In other versions of the game, you can have the door, you have Rayman stand in the door when it closes and get stuck inside. Like, you can walk out, but you're stuck inside and it's visually amusing. Anyways, on to the second part of the level. Because that part, you're just sort of going around finding all 4 switches. This part of the level is where things get a bit more exciting. First off though, we have another... That's the wrong button. We have another cage. So, this is the main gimmick for this level. Flying with these the powder kegs. Well, all the time, obviously, collecting lums. But if we follow this trail of lums up here, the fairy glade. So you might remember last week, in one of the levels, there was a cage we couldn't get and a couple of lums that we couldn't get as well. So this is where we get them. You might recognise that wall that we climbed. Yeah, we're exploring a little different area of the level. This is the second time I've recorded Rayman 2. Rayman's escape can't be that great if you got caught again. I know you. Welcome, Ben and Joe. How are you today? And technically, this is the third time I've recorded Rayman 2. It's just the second time I've made the recordings public online. So, well, third and a bit, because when me and Joe attempted to make a YouTube channel, this was one of the games we recorded, but I don't think we recorded all the way through. You've been good. You good but tired? Work's been exhausting. Good, tired after your toilet session. Am I? Yeah. As I was saying earlier, I'm doing all right. It's been a lazy day after busy, hectic day at work yesterday. Joe, how'd the rest of your stream go earlier? Because obviously I had to dip out before the end. But Ben might remember, this is the backtracky bit, where we have to go back into the fairy glade. There's got your 81st follow, nice. For some reason, the Dreamcast version it slows down here, I don't know why. Which is weird, because normally the Dreamcast version is rock solid with its frame rate and performance. But, here we go. We've got all the cages and lums in the fairy glade now. And we've got another glove crystal. XML has certain character combo it's supposed to recognise as an enter space, and it requires you to use it but it doesn't work. Oh dear. That's not good. This doesn't work on your system. Oh, that's not good. But with that, we can now continue with the Echoing Caves. First off though, get out of the way. You're useful to no one. Oh, walk into the torch, there we go. The Elgato's decided to disconnect itself, hasn't it? Yep. Thanks, Elgato. There we go. Sometimes clicking deactivate and activate works. I only noticed because the sound went. Because I was looking at the TV. Oh god, no. See, I never get these issues with my older capture card. I never get these issues with my old Upage HD PVR. I heard of Adric. Adric? Adric? I don't know what you're referring to. If you give me more context, I might know. Best character in fiction? What's he from? Or she, I don't know. Not everyone watches Doctor Who. I'm only really familiar with Eccleston, Tennant and Smith's runs in Doctor Who. Like if it's from stuff newer than that, I wouldn't really know. Anyhow. Hit that. Quickly run over here. Mainly with Tom Baker and Peter Davidson. Well, I don't really know that much of old, classic Who either, so... Anyways, just gotta concentrate on the screen, because if I touch anything, then, I die. Oh. So notice how you've got, crumbling sort of paths along a cliff, near the edge of a cliff. Keep that in mind for the next level. Also, I love how Rayman's lit up in this scene with the glow from the green, liquid, illuminating the underside of all his body parts. He's a whiny little that his death was the most satisfying death in fiction. Spoilers. Is it really spoilers if I'm not going to watch it though? My webcam, I realised, has been frozen. Hold on. I always forget that when the Elgato kicks itself, I need to restart my webcam. Hold on. There we go. I'm planning on making me watch it. How would you make me watch something when I'm physically not near you? By asking. Get the bonus stage, we don't need the bonus stage. Go away. Good riddance. I don't need to mash the buttons. No way he's gonna die is the only way to get through that part of the show without losing sanity. Oh dear. That doesn't sound good. Doesn't sound good at all. Also, hashtag not sponsored. Although if any company really wanted to send me money to shill something, as long as it wasn't something horrific, hit me up. Anyways, Razorbeard's still not happy that Rayman's still out. But yeah, remember what I said a couple minutes ago about noticing crumbling pathways on cliffs on the edge of a cliff? I like that there's that little subtle bit of foreshadowing. Will I accept a sponsor from Gunya Fighter? Yeah! Gunya Fighter's amazing. But yeah, you gotta keep on the move on this level. Go alert. Watch for make dinner. Fair enough. Have a good lurk. But yeah, I'd 100% accept a sponsorship from Gunya Fighter. That game's a masterpiece. I haven't played that in a while actually. Just play that again at some point. Maybe I'll stream it one day. Don't want to take my hands off the controller too long. Need to finish the story. I can't remember if I finished the story mode actually. I might have. I can't remember. Because I know when I first played it, it was like the game was like buggy and would always crash when I beat one of the levels in like the final world. But I think that had since been fixed. I can't remember whether I went and finished the story. Grab on the thing. There we go. It'd be embarrassing if I died. Hey, there we go. Yeah, the warship somehow follows us inside this like cave area. Oops. And up we go. One of them classic, like, rising water segments that platformers like to do. Can I do the shortcut? No, I can't. Oh, no, I can't do the normal way around either. Lovely. Yeah, I don't know whether it's like, there we go. That's how you do it. You go from underneath, at least in this version. You get to skip some of the tower climber doing that. Would have been nice if I got up my first time round, but whatever. But how handy the game gives us a power fist. Don't need to grab that ledge game. You still gotta keep moving around even here though, because they're still bombing you. I want to see if I can keep the power fist. Loading! Yeah, more of, well, this. Yeah, you can shoot those shells instead of jumping over them if you want to. Usually I jump over them though. Just because, like, my thumb's already on the jump button to jump when the floor gets taken out underneath me. Yeah, also this level gives you a lot of red lungs. Like, it's possible to go into this level with, like, very little health, and then, like, come out of the level with full health if you don't die too much. I guess they want you to be able to keep going even if you keep falling off. Now, if you're playing the 3DS port, when you get to this section, it's a right pain. Because these helicopter bombs that come up, they, for some reason, are rendered invisible on the 3DS version. Don't ask me why. Presumably just some horrific bug, because the 3DS version is, well, not the best, shall we say. Ah! Wrong button. Ah, hate when they come up from underneath and you can't hit them. Ah. Okay. We're on solid ground. But we got a mini boss sort of here. And you know the best way to defeat this thing? Just run away from it. The warship that's bombarding you, the like bombs, like cannonball bomb things it drops, damage the rover pirate there as well. Oi. I perhaps should have waited till I beat this thing. Come on, there we go. Yeah, that's the easiest way to defeat that thing though. Just run around and don't do anything yourself. And that's another level down. Bad. No, bad bonus stage. It would be useful if the level complete screen just had an option to like skip the bonus stage. That would save me like 5 minutes maybe. Total. It's not that much of an issue. Can we? Oh. Let's see, can we get to the chair without getting... No, we can't. So, who likes vehicle levels? Is there another one? I guess it's kind of a vehicle. Now, twist yourself left and right to avoid stuff and collect lums. Also, I have no idea if that thing shooting at you can hit you or not. Whether that's just a background element. Oh, I missed that lum. And just like in Crash, you miss something, just kill yourself and go back. Just like in a Crash game, unless it's Crash 4. And you're trying to go for like the insanely perfect relic. Because Crash 4 went overboard with completion. Isn't that right, Joe? Also, this is a very creaky chair. It like creaks whenever you tilt the analog stick. Warning, intruder. Cur. Catch him. I don't know why it's cur instead of like gur or something. But another one of these barrel pirates. Again, ones that weirdly have no invincibility frames, so spamming them with normal shots works just as well as charge shots, if not better. We got yet another one here. Come on. Beat it before it could even launch a second attack. So this is quite a short level. Well, let's say all things considered, no, it just is short, not just all things considered. Because like we're already nearing the end of this level. Like, seeing as this level has like no story significance or anything, like no cutscenes attached to it really. Other than that intro wonderful thing coming off the chair. Like, this is basically it's a filler level. But it's a decently like unique filler level, if it has to be a filler level. Like, it's got a decently unique gimmick for the first half. I really like the music here. Yeah, we're gonna take this barrel over because this is where our teensy is hiding. Let's say hiding. Where our teensy has been captured and put. So for the rest of the level, we're going to be hearing the teensy theme. Oi! No! I jumped where the thing was, come on. Am I going to have to break open the teensy's room again? I don't normally die here. Am I going to have to open the teensy's room again, or will it already be open? It's already open. Is he down here? No, I guess I go somewhere else. I guess he gets put somewhere else in the level. Do BRB because need BRB, so BRB. Did you type BRB enough in that sentence, Joe? I've got... Anyway, BRB. Yeah, Power Fist takes care of them very efficiently. You think Joe might be BRBing? I'm not 100% sure, it's just a hunch. I have no idea where the teensy is. I hope I haven't like locked myself out of... Maybe he's by the exit. I hope dying like it didn't lock me out of it, weirdly. Like, just a weird like bug or something. But that was our yeah, that's all our lumps and cages. Let's hope they just spawn the teensy by the end if you die like that. Oh no, they just spawned the exit portal. Okay. Normally you like follow the teensy throughout the whole level. And then you do the dance thing at the end where they go in circles, but I guess if you die it just automatically unlocks the end portal. I tried to reach the A button with my left hand while I was having my drink, but Dreamcast controller is a bit too big for that unless I move my hand off the handle. But now, we would be going to the Sanctuary of Rock and Lava, but we've got another one of those bonus stages. Here you can win Life Force and Power. You have enough lums to go there. I'd hope I have enough lums to go there. I've been 100%ing. So much like the Walk of Life we had last week, we have the Walk of Power here, where if you when you finish it, instead of getting your life refilled, you get a Power Fist. Yeah. Back when I was younger, and I was playing the DS version, I found this level like really like platforming like hard. Like it's sort of in the later section, and I'm thinking that I only found it hard because the DS version controls really badly, because it's really not that hard. I mean, a combination of me being young and the DS version being, controlling badly. I missed that. You know what? I can't remember what happens if you run out of time in this. I assume you just sort of have to retry it. We're nearly done with this. And 50 lums, there we go. I mean, that's the real reason that you play these levels, like the Walk of Life and Walk of Power. I mean, maybe if you need the help, but the only reason to play them as an experienced player is just to get the stuff. You're emulating Rayman 2DS, the one chance you give in game 2. I assume you mean impress, not increase. But with that done, we can get back to the Sanctuary Rock and Lava. I mean, to be fair then, you've seen a full playthrough of the game anyway from my previous endeavours. Recording this for the internet. There we go. Obviously, you should emulate the 3DS version on your laptop. That totally won't be really bad. Yeah, for a place called the Sanctuary of Rock and Lava, though, I'm not seeing many rocks or much lava. Yeah, in fact, we've got the swamp level assets here. And here we've got the magical sentient barrels that can decide to turn a corner while rolling. Oh, and here's something not in other versions of the game. This then, and you can go towards it, and it has some weird particles, and then you die. Isn't that interesting? I think everyone's probably saying no. Don't these platforms kind of look a bit like tortoise shells a little bit? At least I think, to me they do. A yes to being interesting, or a yes to saying no at being interesting. Come on, I'll get the thing. Doesn't matter that we lost our power fist though, because we got another one right here. A lot of eyeballs. Of course, these are 2D graphics. Again, signs it was originally an N64 game. Yeah, you're not being very helpful. You're just saying yes for the kappa. Not kappa face, as Joe would say. Just kappa. Yes. Alright. Okay then, keep your secrets. I can't remember the full quote. I know it's something keep your secrets. I can't remember if it's like okay or alright now. Or something like that. But more of those caterpillar enemies that young me hated so much. Now, if you can hear the game sound, you might be able to hear a cage. This one's probably quite easy to miss. Yeah, you gotta hit the cage from here, and we'll get the lumps from it in just a second. You can hear a cage? Yeah, we get on this flower, and for whatever reason it's flying. But it's a cartoony video game, so that's, you know, that's why the logic can be allowed. So camera, what are you doing? The camera likes to really get messed up in this section. Like, I don't know whether it's like my copy or whether like the Dreamcast version just does that, or whether I'm just doing something wrong, but I'm sure in like other versions of the game it doesn't tend to get messed up there. But when it starts burning up, gotta jump off. And once again, oh, I wasn't fast enough. I find it can be a bit awkward, like timing the jumping off, because like ideally, you know, you want to sort of hold forwards to gain momentum. Too much momentum in that case, but if you're holding forwards when it starts burning, Rayman will also just run off the platform. So I always find this a bit awkward. Ah, that time I just pressed jump late. Hooray! Can I make it this time? Nope, I could not. Cool, thanks, Cup, for dripping horrifically on my leg and splashing on my laptop. I should probably dry those water droplets off. There we go. Now, normally you would, if you didn't break those, if you don't break that ball before you get right up close to it, the flower thing does pause to let you shoot it down. But if you sort of break it beforehand and you hold forwards, you can sometimes just sort of get past the thing without pausing. No, okay, I got the lump. Camera angle again gets a bit awkward there. But hey, we finally found the lava in the Sanctuary of Rock and Lava. Now in other versions there would be a cage here, but on Dreamcast the cage got moved. Got moved up here for some reason. Don't know why. They also added a Robo Pirate here. Oh, it has a bit more health than I remembered it having. Okay, there we go. So, now this looks dangerous. but who needs to avoid damage when you can just tank it? Another thing the Dreamcast version does is very sneakily hide the Robo Pirate. For some reason. Can I hit it from here? Not really, no. Okay, I can hit it from here. There we go. Now it's going to cause the wrong music to play, lovely. In terms of Rayman lore, how do the Robo Pirates relate to the other villains? They don't really. Like in this game, they kind of just sort of came from like space or something. I mean, you joke about Rayman having like super deep lore, but like, hold on, I'll get rid of these if I need to remember what button to press. But like, oh, wrong. No, what? How do I? Okay, there we go. Yeah, you joke about that, but like, oh, where is? So like the game does actually like, yeah, like you get these every so many lums, like. You get lore about like the lums. There's 4 types. The yellows, there's 1,000 of them. The yellow lums give knowledge to those who can gather them, and also open doors to unknown places. Red lums are full of vital energy. The pirates love them. Destroy them and you can take all the red lums which they have stolen. That's why pirates drop health. They explain why enemies drop health in this game. Purple lums show the cohesion of the world. Without them, nothing would be solid or visible. Blue lums contain the first breath. They are the origin of all life. Each creature receives at birth his blue lums and keeps until the day they die. So I suppose you could say that the blue lums just floating around in water are from like things that have died. But yeah, one day the lums focus their energy into thought and brought to life Polycus, basically the god of this world, who does technically reappear in Rayman Origins and Legends under the name Bubble Dreamer. He looks really different there, but I think he's technically supposed to be the same character. But yeah, and like saying like how he made all the different like sort of types of like all the characters and races and stuff in the game. Yeah. And then there's like the nightmares and negative thoughts, which again that is brought back again in Origins, Origins and maybe Legends as well. I can't remember, one of them. But yeah, and yeah, to be warned of any problems, Polycus sent the magic masks to the 4 corners of the world. And he explained that reuniting all 4 would be enough to bring him back. And that's as much lore as I've got unlocked so far. Yeah, they put thought into this. Did the lums run out of budget for Rayman's limbs? Actually, well, in Rayman 2, they basically say like, because in Rayman 2 he's like, Rayman's the outlier, like not everyone, like Rayman's the only one without limbs. But in Rayman Origins, they sort of, when they semi-rewrote / retconned Rayman's origin story. I mean, Rayman's origin story in Rayman 1 kind of didn't really exist anyway. But like, when they rewrote it in Origins, they basically said that like, when the fairies made Rayman, they like spilled or dropped a bag of lums or something, and that's why he doesn't have limbs, because there weren't enough lums to like make his like body fully or something like that. I'd have to check the manual, but I think that's how they like explained it in that game. Yeah, in this game they sort of play it up more that Rayman is like this sort of mysterious like sort of thing that doesn't seem to be normal for this world in this game. And in Rayman 1, like everyone was limbless, so that was kind of more just like like you could just sort of explain that as like, oh, it's an art style thing. Welcome back, Joe. We were discussing Rayman lore. Actually, I could probably check the manual for Rayman Origins. Hold on. Uncomfortable close-up of my body in the camera. I'm sure you all want that. You didn't play much Origins, your friend had it. Legends is your personal rabid Rayman. You played beyond there's PC copy of Rayman 2 for 5 minutes. Alright, Origins is a good game. Origins is really good. As is Legends. But yeah, let's put the receipt in here still. Let's check the manual for Legends. Yeah, when the creator had his very first bad dreams, the nymphs gathered to invoke a being of light capable of saving our world, a creature both agile and carefree, as tenacious as he is hilarious, and destined to crack the creator with his heroic antics to stop the nightmare. Unfortunately, although not surprisingly, our bedazzling and beguiling nymphs were distracted by some zombie chickens on their way to Bubble Dreamer's sacred snoring grounds, zombie chickens being an enemy from this game as well. Distracted by some zombie chickens, and they lost a sack of lums, chasing crazy creatures over a cliff. Thus they arrived late and with a lot less illumination. In the end, Rayman was born with a few fewer limbs, which, as it turned out, made him a whole lot more limber. There we go. Backstory. Which they weren't thinking about when they made this. But yeah, I've also like, completely glossed over the fact that level was called the Sanctuary, but we got no mask because the real Sanctuary is here, and you can kind of guess that when you get to this cutscene. So I'm guessing I'm going to get Mario's lore on this level. So I'm guessing by what you said about like Legends being the first non-Rabbids Rayman you played, I'm guessing like Legends. I'm guessing you haven't played like 1 or 3 as well. I know the trick will demand lots of energy. We've done this twice before, Teensies. You've not played 1 or 3? Yeah. I mean, Rayman 1 is well, you know when a game is like too difficult to be properly enjoyable once you get like to the harder bits of the game? That's Rayman 1. And Rayman 3 is fun. Like, I don't think it's quite as solidly designed as Rayman 2, but it is fun. The Delta 2 syndrome. The Mario Lost Levels syndrome as well. Yeah, like, I've beaten Rayman 1, but only on the DSi version, where, like, they made it, like, a lot easier. Like, they doubled Rayman's health and, like, made it easier to get lives. Plus, there's, like, a possibly unintentional, like, cheat code where you can just, like, skip part of a level by pressing the select button if you've already beaten the level. Like, I don't know if it's intentional or not, but it's useful. But, yeah, one of the problems with, like, beating Rayman 1, though, is that, like, the game's hard enough if you're just playing through the levels, like, just start to finish. But Rayman 1, like, forces you to 100% it, just to beat it. Like, to get to the final boss, it forces you to 100% it to get all of the cages. and like it's hard enough just trying to beat the game normally. Yeah, it is dumb. But yeah, and again, glossing over details in the game, we just got another power to fly, properly fly with our helicopter here. So yeah, we can properly fly. So you know, we got again another sort of level that packs the variety, because we'll be doing, you know, different to normal gameplay in this level. Grab these lungs because I'm a little bit low on health. Ouch. Also, gotta love that to represent, like, you know, loads of these things, like making up the walls, it is just like an animated texture. Because obviously on, you know, 90s consoles they can't really render all that in 3D. But here we got the proper start to the flying level. And Lee does tell you to keep the strafe button held so that you can keep facing forwards. It doesn't really affect the control that much, but it makes things visually a bit easier to pass. And especially if you've got to shoot at stuff, it makes things easier. But yeah, it's basically at this point it's a flying obstacle course. But this is one of the levels where I find it pretty fun to replay, even once you've like gotten all the lungs and stuff. Because some of the levels in the game, like once you've beaten them, they get a bit less fun to just play through because of like story stuff not happening or not having to like try and collect the lungs. But this level's about as fun to play, regardless. Grab that lung. You know what? I can't bother to beat up that to beat that pirate. He's not affecting me that much. Where's the cage? There we go. 69th cage. Only 11 more to go. Can I get that lung, please? There we go. Another sneakily hidden one. You found up here. The sweet chili kebabs you bought are so good. The other day we like got this like enchilada kit, like because what we were going to have was had gone off or something in the freezer, and that was nice. I had some left over, and I had like one of the leftovers for lunch today. Yeah. Also, another useful thing for this stage, you can hold back to slow yourself down, which gives you a bit more time to fly upwards. It's just helpful for these sort of steep hills, or if you need to, you know, get up to a yellow lung. You can just holding back can just buy you a bit more time, or you can speed yourself up by holding forwards. So grilled some veggies to go, perhaps. Sounds nice. We had just a sort of roasted pork shoulder joint for dinner today. but that's all like a nice sort of bit of pork because it's quite fatty, so it's like so it doesn't get dry. But 70th cage and 71st. That's all our cages because this is a mask level, so we don't have to break a cage at the end. Oh, pardon me. And we got our final two, our final 10, but they're like the ones that are worth 5, so it's only 2. And you made it your mission to mention food in everyone's streams. Obviously the only food we really need to mention is Poundland's Twin Peaks bar. Hashtag not sponsored, but if Poundland ever did want to sponsor. I can't fly anymore. Yeah, much like with Rayman 1, the proper flying power is limited to just 1 level. Well, it's 2 levels in Rayman 1, I think, but maybe 3, but it's temporary. It's more of a temporary power up in Rayman 1. Then Rayman 3 makes it into an even more temporary power up because that's how Rayman 3 works. But simple boss though, he's got to run away from it, avoid its fire, and then jump on those webs and hit the stalactites into it. Still less temporary than Galaxy. I guess Rayman 3's power-ups are a bit like Galaxy's because they're like time limited ones. So it's a bit like the fire and ice flower. I mean, part of Rayman 3's gameplay is because Rayman 3 has a score system, and if you have a power-up active, if you have a power-up on, your points are doubled. It's part of Rayman 3's gameplay is trying to maximize your score by trying to get point combos while you've got the power-up on. But that's the boss defeated. Lava is really bright orange. Very nice to look at. But you might remember again, as I said, these cutscenes get shorter and shorter each time. But yeah, Rayman 3's focus on a score system and the temporariness of the power-ups makes it quite a different game to Rayman 2. Where Rayman 2 is kind of just more of a traditional platformer with variety sections. But I mean, it's a late 90s 3D platformer, so variety sections is kind of the norm. And if you look at Spyro 2 and 3, Crash 2 and 3, Sonic Adventure, I suppose. Maybe, you could say. Drinking a fizzy drink on stream is probably a bad idea, because it's just gonna make me burp. Not loudly, but just annoyingly. Somewhere in the sky. 45,000 slaves on board. That's a lot of slaves. Now what? It's not possible. I like how he blames his lackey that Rayman is able to do this. It's if he gets it, I'm coming for you. But here we go, Tomb of the Ancients. This is another long level, so strap in. Also, it's where things get spoopy again. Clark was captured here before being brought to a technical checkup. Clark just can't catch a break, can he? Like, you know, accidentally eating a part of a rubber pirate in an earlier level and getting captured here. He can't catch a break. Also, yeah, I guess arachnophobia warning. I mean, these spiders only have 6 legs. I don't know what spiders Ubisoft were looking at when referencing stuff for this game. They're really not that hard to take care of, especially if you have a charge, especially when you can charge up your shots. Now what you're supposed to do here is like jump down there to hit the switch, but no, I'm not doing that. So for the first thing we gotta do in this level is raise those 3 platforms. And depending on how good Ben's memory is of him watching my YouTube playthrough of this game, he might remember there's significance to this level. But we'll get to that. Jumping in a platformer, who needs that? You can't remember this? Well, I shall explain anyway. Now, I can't bother to have this spider chase me across that web. Maybe the episode you missed because you're away for a week. Well, the thing with YouTube is you can catch up if you miss something, can't you? So yeah, if you don't get rid of the spider, it chases you across here. I just can't bother to deal with that. You forgot to go back and just watch the most recent one? That's what they all say. You know, when the game's in motion, I kind of forget it's only 480p. Like, that's how good the video quality is from Dreamcast. No! Well, that's what happens when you get caught by one of those hands. Now you know. With the OSSC Rook, the Dreamcast, that's how I'm capturing it. I wouldn't be able to capture it if not for this, if not for the OSSC. Well, maybe if I have one of those cheap, like, Dreamcast HDMI cables or something, but nah. I'd rather do it the proper way. Like the Dreamcast, I mean, I could plug the Dreamcast into my older capture card if I just had like composite or S-video cables, but the quality would not be nearly as good. Because VGA. Oh, music's cut back in. Here you can see down here. You can see those 2 areas where the switches are, which is neat. Yeah, Rayman 2 likes its like eerie green water, doesn't it? So the game wants you to go down here, but we have a secret to find. You might remember last week Razorbeard ate a yellow lung, reducing our total from 1,000 to 999. Well, here we can get the 1000th lung. And it's guarded by like 6 roving pirates, so... Probably take just as long to do it like this than to charge up properly. Oops. This must be a very special lum. I mean, it's more that like I mean, in universe it's probably no more special than any others. It's just like gameplay wise, it's like the 1000th one. Because even after getting this, the lum count doesn't increase. It still stays at 999 total, and like it doesn't show that you got this. But if you don't get this, the percentage will stay at 99.9%. But then when if you collect this, your percentage can go up to 100. Now, most versions of the game you can get this, apart from like PS1 where it's only got 800 lums and Razorbeard doesn't eat yellow one, and the PS2 version has the 1000th one in a different place. The 3DS version, however, now this lum is here, you can come here, but this web doesn't bounce you, meaning you can't get to it. But you can knock yourself up with those spiders. But once you get the lum, the game basically like the level soft locks, and you have to quit out and go back in the level for some reason. I don't know why they do it like that. I think in the 3DS version as well, even if you only get 999 lums, it counts as 100% for some reason, because the 3DS version is weird. So I don't like. I think it's been a while since I've tried it, but I think the percentage just goes to 100 once you get 999 lums. But it's been a while. I mean, although one thing with the 3DS version is when you like exit a level, it does save. In other versions, it doesn't. Like the game doesn't save until you beat a level, or like exit it from the start portal. But if you exit the level from the pause menu on 3DS, it does save, and it saves between sections as well. So you can like get the lum and then you save and quit the level. But again, the game counter doesn't count it at all, so it's really weird. I don't know why it's like that on 3DS. That was not what I wanted at all. That went in completely the wrong direction. That's what I wanted. Yeah, if we go up here, there is another route you can take, a different door you can go through. That skips this area, so you need to go this way for 100%. Does make the level a lot shorter though, but again, you want 100%? Go do it. Maybe they broke the secret lemon instead of fixing it with the pause exit. Well, I mean, a lot of the changes they made on the 3DS version are supposedly all for difficulty balancing reasons, but in reality, all they did was just made the game like way easier. Like all they did was just like unnecessarily decrease the difficulty, because it's really not a difficult game. Like the platforming isn't super tough. The combat's really simple. Like, so I don't know why they decided, oh, let's make the game easier. Like, the difficulty is made easier to the point that, like, if you die by falling into like a pit or something, like an instant death pit or whatever, it refills your health bar, which is such a baffling design decision. Difficulty balancing imports are annoying. Look at you, Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I guess it's not really a port, but I guess looking at you, Omega Alpha Sapphire, that's more just a Gen 6 problem than Gen 3 Remake's problem. Yeah, dying refills health. It's weird. I don't get it. There we go. I just thought I'd missed that. There's a lot of zombie chickens in this area. No, don't fall off. Oh. Let's try the rematch. Come on. There we go. And this is where the other door leads out to, so yeah, you skip that entire section, which means skipping lums and cages. But you don't want that to happen, do you? So one nice thing this game does when you jump on things like this, it does keep your momentum, at least somewhat. Like, go back a little bit, but not that much. I like this set piece, having to like jump between these to avoid the pirate throwing barrels at you. You can also kill the pirate like that, so that's something. Yeah, like I'm jumping here, not holding the analog stick, and Rayman's staying with the barrel, pretty much. Right, can I get the river pirate with this barrel? Yes! Yeah, the barrel does a decent amount of damage. I think we need that, yeah, to go up there. Age. And that's all our lums as well. Maybe we're still not doing it. So, technical checkup. This is where Clark has been brought to. Before we do that though, I need to show off a secret. I can't remember the button combination though. The button combination is really awkward. There we go. So I think it was like A, B, Y, X, Y, X, Y. Yeah, that makes this appear, which lets us go in here. Now this is a completely optional secret. To gain life points, try to shoot on a bridge. To gain 3 mega shoots, try to jump under a well. And this hint is locked. 900 lums required. And we get a weird campfire scene with a weird character not seen anywhere else in the game. It's a couple of baby glow boxes and a teensy. It's never really explained what this secret is, ever. And on the 3DS version, you can like walk around here. Like you can sort of like walk here and like sort of do this and clip through and get into that area. Because again, the 3DS version is so well programmed. This is odd. Yeah, this is like a complete like secret. Yeah, these bits though. Shoot on a bridge, jump under a well. These are cheats. These are cheat codes. They work. I try to remember if they work in all versions or just the Dreamcast version. Because you can get here in like other versions of the game. I actually went maybe. This area exists, but I'm not sure if you can do the cheat code to get up here. In other versions, you might have to like use like moon jump codes. But the cheat codes here are written a bit wrong. I think these two are written wrong. I think it's these two. You should really jump on a bridge or shoot under a well to gain life or power fists, as this says. But yeah, this is a very odd secret. It's never explained. And yeah, if you're looking up here, you can't see that. I don't even think you can see it if you turn the brightness all the way up. No, you can't see it even if you turn the brightness all the way up. So yeah, it's a very odd secret. But I thought I'd highlight it. But here we go, let's actually continue. But the happy reunion is doesn't last long. Yeah, Razorbeard's lucky is controlling Clark. I like that the camera cuts in from there though. That's pretty cool. But yeah, what we need to do is yeah, hit those switches to make the laser come on so that Clark will trip over it. Come on. Before the laser, there we go. Before the laser times out. There we go. That's one of the quickest I've ever beaten that boss actually. I don't think I've ever one-cycled it before. Maybe I have in the past, but I've played this game so many times I can't remember. But yeah, it's as simple as that. Normally that takes me more than one cycle. But that's everything in this level. I mean, when it's a linear platformer like this, like, getting everything along the way isn't usually too, like, it's not, like, ultra hard, because I wouldn't say any, like, that many of the lums and cages are, like, super hidden. Like, nothing's on the level of, like, random off-screen cages in Crash, not cages, crates in Crash 4. Because, well, Crash 4 is just ridiculous with its 100% stuff. Oh, that was Tomb of the Ancients. And next, the Iron Mountains. Our last proper platforming level. So we're already getting there. We're already, like, getting close. Some of the Crash 4 secrets are utter BS. They indeed are. They indeed are. Absolutely. But, yeah. Though this level isn't called Sanctuary, you can probably guess that we're going to be getting a mask in this level, since we got this cutscene. Since this cutscene's always accompanied, you know, mask levels. Rayman. Ah! Whoops. It's raining, and the rain kind of just looks like an animated texture they've placed over the camera. Not gonna lie. Is this mask 4? Yep. This will be our 4th mask out of 4. Like, there's a reason I, I said that this is the final part of Rayman 2. When you've played it as much as I have, it's really not that long of a game. Also, nice attention to detail. They place an animated rain texture over that thing. So if you look back, you can see it's raining. And I know that's just an animated texture because I've played around with the jump codes on the DS version of Action Replay. And now we have a weird puzzle section. Yeah. I say puzzle, it's more just trying to hit that switch with the weird angles it gives you, like the weird camera angle it gives you. I don't really have a consistent strategy for this, I just sort of shoot at it and hope. There we go. I shot at it and hoped. Actually, let's demonstrate one of those cheat codes, because this is a well. So if we try shooting under this well... There we go, gauntlet. Yeah. Gained us a power fist. Yeah, so, yeah, that was the cheat, that was one of the cheats that was written wrong. We've got 2 robot pirates here. Luckily, I cheated and gave myself a power fist. Oh yeah, there's a power fist. I completely forgot there was a power fist here anyway. Ah! Yeah, the other secret cheat though that was locked behind like 900 lums is basically, it's another health restoring one, but instead of... Oh, I forgot that's an instant kill. Oh, that brings me back here. Oh. Actually, does this count as a bridge? Probably not. Yeah, if you basically if you lose all your health, yeah, basically all that happens is you get taken back to the sort of start of the sort of sub-level you're in, essentially. Oh good, I get to do this again. My favourite part of the game. There we go. We do the cheat code again. There we go. Look, I died, so I feel like I should be allowed. I mean, it's not like it's making it that much easier anyway, especially because there's a power fist up here. Oh, harness. The piranhas aren't there in other versions. I'm not used to them being there. Cheater not only the game, but myself too. I think the game cheated me by instantly killing me. At least you keep your lungs if you game over like that. Right. Climb. I said climb. Rayman, can you do what I want you to? We need 2 more cages. We're at 78 out of 80. Also, in the N64 and PC versions, the textures used here are like the grassy outside textures rather than indoors textures. It's a weird change they made for this version. Don't know why. I'm not complaining, I'm just confused. I think it makes more sense for it to be inside though. But here we have, I think, our final drop crystal. I think. So, yeah. Another change, that platform that Robopilot is on is only on like the left side of this like ravine area, whereas on this one it's the whole bridge. Riveting changes. Like, you know. But hey. I'm the kind of person who likes looking at different versions of a game and seeing the seeing like the really like small changes between them. Especially when it comes to older games running on like drastically different hardware. It's a good thing that hot air balloon was there though, isn't it? Like if it wasn't there, Rayman would have just plummeted to his death. Also, I have no idea what was going on with the sound designers here, because, yeah, that giant robot thing, for some reason, has the flatulence. It's very weird. I forgot the final cage is moved here. In other versions, it's up there where I shot to, but here it's down here. But it's our final cage, 80 out of 80. And a full health bar. Here, we avoided that. Nice. Yeah, normally the final cage is in this little bit here. It's over. But it's not like it's been a long-running series. Ben. And we still got lums to get. Speaking of lums to get. So here we get to exploit the weird gravity of the walking shells. How did I survive that? I'm not going to question it, to be honest. Let me just check. None of the inside bits have yellow lungs, do they? I don't think. No, I think it's all the outside bits. Why did I go this way? Again, how am I surviving? I shouldn't question it. Yeah, we've got lums up here. This series is in a staple of your life for so long. I mean, I suppose if you count it as a continuation of my YouTube one, maybe. Right, I think 35 is the amount we should have before continuing on with this section, so... Oh, they're dead. But that doesn't mean we can just sort of go straight forwards here. Oh, and the series that's gonna last longer on this channel is definitely like once I start Pokemon, that's gonna take ages, I reckon. But yeah, we've got to free these baby glow boxes from here. We don't have to do anything once we hit the switches though. But here we got a bit of an awkward section though. Because we got to get this thing to chase us and break apart these things because there's yellow lums underneath them. But that thing is very fast and can catch up to you and crush you. So be very careful and a bit lucky. If you get far away enough, it stops chasing you at least though. So. Oh dear, that's not good. How did I survive that? How? I'm not gonna question that at all. I'm surviving things that I should not be surviving. Not gonna lie. Right, and again, I think 39 is the magic number, so we will continue. Hopefully I won't suddenly reach the end of the level and, well, reach sort of the end of where the lums are and be like, oh no, I've missed one. That would be a bit annoying. I don't think I have though. First off, we're going to sleeping row of Pirate here. Let's deal with you first before I do anything else. Catch the plum before it goes away. And again, catch the plum. Oh no. Plum, come back. Literally all we need the plum for is reaching this lum up here. Oh. Stay. Plum, stay. No, plum. What part of stay do you not understand? Ah, this is more awkward than I remember it being. No. There we go, finally. There's another rubber pirate up there, isn't there? That one goes down in one hit from the power fist. But that's all our lums. But this level has one more thing waiting for us. Wow, it's dark in this area. It's also getting dark outside. You can tell this wasn't designed for widescreen. Rayman's model frozen just off of where the 4x3 bit would have been. But one more thing. You got emotionally hurt the last time that was at the end of something? The cutscene's doing the thing again where the voices were only playing out of one ear. But, yeah, final section of this level. You get to pilot a pirate ship. It's your standard, like, air controls thing, so up is down and down is up. Here we're going to go to 4 different mines and rescue a bunch of baby glow boxes. And yes, the ship has a health bar. It's quite short, so you gotta be careful. Okay, you can use the there's a gun on the ship, use it to shoot down stuff. No camera controls here either. West mine. Yeah, once we finish this level, I'm just gonna go shut my curtain. It is getting dark. But we'll worry about that when I finish the level. Because there's like a cutscene, so I'll do it during the cutscene. Because I think it's a cutscene that doesn't require you to press A. I think. Ah. Scraping the wall indeed hurts. Who would have thought? North mine. We take care of that. Just one more mine to go. But then we're going to return to the start as well, so... Ah! Whoops. Wasn't quite high enough. And I wouldn't want to die while in this section because... while it's neat, it also takes ages. Yeah, it's also really slow, so yeah. I would not want to have to redo the entire section again. But that's all the baby glow boxes saved, so now we're just gonna turn around and go back. I love how slow the camera is. Totally not awkward at all. I mean, it's not that bad. It can be a little awkward, but it's not that bad. What is more awkward is that if you just push left or right, the ship goes down as well. I don't know why they designed it like that. So you kind of have to sort of hold, sort of pull, sort of down on the stick if you're sort of down left and down right. If you want to turn without losing too much altitude. It's weird. But we're nearly at the end. Oh, I actually need to lose altitude. There we go. Hey, this ship is losing altitude. But we are back, and yeah, I'm just gonna go and close my curtain because I don't like it open when it's dark. Back in a sec. Imagine if I'd have accidentally muted the game instead of the mic when I moved. That would have been weird. But I didn't, so... But... this is how we find our last mask. One of the baby glow boxes just happened to find it in the mines. So, thanks, baby glow box. The PS2 version actually has like a boss fight for the 4th mask instead of a baby glow box randomly finding it. If I remember correctly, because the PS2 version really like, moves levels around, like this pirate mine section is like its own level in the PS2 version, and you get given like a, I think the rain dance mask in the PS2 version from that baby glow box. But yeah, that's all 4 masks. We brought him back. Oh, I've got to press A, no. Yeah, the pirates won't last long. But his powers have limits. For he is powerless in the air. Polycus looks bizarre. That's not how you spell it, but sure. I mean, have you seen Rayman? Have you seen what he looks like? You know, he's a weird thing without arms and legs, and I can't play him properly in the camera. And you're saying Polycus looks weird. Hi, sorry you're late. That's alright. That's alright. I understand people are busy with lives and stuff. I mean, I don't really have a life. But yeah, how are you today, Sam? You're in time to see the endgame stuff. Now go and find Razorbeard. Yeah, the game doesn't waste any time in bringing you to the endgame once you have all 4 masks. Like, it doesn't pointlessly like have a random build-up level. But yeah, I'm doing alright. As I was saying to the others, there's been a bit of a lazy, relaxy day after yesterday being hectic at work. Also interesting, the masks aren't there anymore once you do this. Like, I wonder in lore, like whether they've been scattered again or something. But yeah, that was our last proper platforming level. But we do have one more level, one more full-length level. It's just not really a proper platforming one. The prison ship. Complete with an unskippable cutscene that you can't skip even if you're on a repeat playthrough of the level on the same save. But, yet more trivia. This character that's advertising this thing to Razorbeard is from another Ubisoft game, Tonic Trouble, which Ubisoft essentially made so they could practice making a 3D platformer and like almost as an engine test for Rayman 2. I've never properly played Tonic Trouble, but maybe I will one day just for the historical context of Rayman 2. But yeah, Razorbeard's been sold to this big robot thingy, and level has already started. So yeah, the prison ship. First off, we have a slide section. So hope you got good at the slide controls. Especially because there's a lot of LUMs in this level. Obviously not all in the slide section, but you know, a lot of LUMs. I mean, I think over half of them are in the slides, so yeah. Hope you got good at the controls. Hey, I did that entire section without having to retry. Nice. Because I'm a pro, obviously. I mean, I've played this game a lot, so... This section, I very much doubt I'll be able to do in one try. I can never do this in one try. Like, not because I couldn't, like, do the actual slide itself in one try, it's the LUMs, there we go. What I'm going to do, though, instead of killing myself immediately, I'm going to get what I can, so that I hopefully have to retry less. Yeah, you know, I'll leave it there. And then we can get some of the, hopefully get all the ones I missed at once. Yeah, in particular that one, I think the one in... Oh no, I got the one in the air. Oh, come on. What we'll do is we'll, again, continue on, but perhaps... Oh, that... Yeah, perhaps just continue to heal. Oh, I'm dreading the section, the bit at the end of this section though. I hate it so much. Like, I don't know whether to, if I fail it, I don't know whether to just keep going with the level and then redo it, or whether to just redo the level straight away. We'll see. Hopefully, I won't mess it up. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping is going to happen anyway. Oh, oi, Rayman, why didn't you shoot the thing? I think when I recorded it for YouTube, I think I did actually just like stop and restart the recording or something like that, or like in the recording I like redid the entire part of the level up until then and did a jump cut. You can't jump cut on Twitch though. There's no jump cuts here. So if I mess up, I have to deal with the consequences in real time. Right. Here we go. No, 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 stuff. It's hard enough to stay in that circle, I just bounced right off of it. No, we'll I don't know. I don't know whether to redo it now or... Actually, redoing it now will save a bit more time because if I come back to do it afterwards, I'll have to replay the entire level. So redo it now. Because if you exit a level, it doesn't save your lungs or anything. So I don't even have that option. Hooray! We get to watch this cutscene again. Oh boy. I was afraid that would happen, but I didn't want to actually have to deal with it, with the consequences. Hey. Yeah, this is like the one part of the game where 100%ing it is a pain. That little circle of lungs that I like messed up. Oh, of course I've already messed up on the retry. Lovely. We'll come back for that. We'll get a bit further before falling off on purpose and retrying. Actually, we'll do it now. Don't you love having to deal with the consequences of your actions? I mean, I'm the one who pushed the analog stick in the ways I did and made Rayman go where he did. But the slide controls, like, they're not the easiest things to master. Is the problem. Alright. That section's not too hard. Ah! Lovely. At least if you like fall off and respawn, you don't have to hit the switches again. Like, that's handy. Like, if you had to hit the switches again, that'd be really annoying. Ow. Ow. I missed loads. It's concentration time now. Also, the music loop for this is very short. The N64 version has different variations that it goes through. Not so much here. Oh, come on. And once I've done that bit that I messed up on though, the rest of the level should be relatively smooth sailing. There we go. Because the rest of the level isn't too bad, and you can't. It's not as bad about like, oh come on, about like if you miss something, like how you have to redo it. Yeah, I mean, this isn't the final level in terms of like this isn't like the type of platformer level where it's like, oh, you use all your skills that you've learned throughout the game. But it's certainly probably the hardest, at least 100%. Just because of the way you're kind of being sort of funneled forwards all the time, and you can't go back if you miss something, unless you fail or sort of die. Again. Oh, trying to die there again. Are you sick of this music yet? Right. There we go. Okay, let's try not to mess this up again. Well, I could just die before I get there. That would be really useful. You know the like blinking guy? I feel like that right now. Okay, let's try this again then. I really don't want to mess it up again though, because it wastes a lot of time having to redo the entire level again. Rayman! Can you not bump into the wall? Oh, of course, this takes you all the way back here. Loading would have been quicker. Thing is, to show the whole 100% on stream, if I go ahead and finish the level, to show the 100% on stream, I'd have to play the entire level over again anyway. So this is quicker, unfortunately. It's alright, I still have like an hour allocated time left to stream, so strap in. Yeah. Marvel. Therapy. What with dumb code names? Upcoming streams. Didn't expect you to check that till after stream. It's because I have my phone up to look at chat in case like my OBS chat window like messes up. So I see messages coming through as well. Yeah, like I have like the chat up on my phone because then if like my laptop like decides I don't want to look at it, I don't want to display chat anymore, I can still see it on my phone. Yeah. Let's see if I can get it this time. I hate that section. like that little circle section at the end of this part of the level is like bane of my existence when it comes to playing this game. Like the rest of the game isn't that much of a pain, 100% wise. But this one section is such a pain. Do you need to collect all the lums? Well, I need to collect them if I'm 100%ing. The yellow lums are the, like, they're the collectibles of the game. There's so many on the slide. Yeah, there's 64 in total. It's just that last circle bit before the where the hole is to go down to the next section. It's just if you mess that up and you go to the next section, you can't go back. It's so easy to mess up. Alright, okay, I didn't bounce off. Okay, we got it. Hopefully. Stay outside of the hole, Rayman, no. Rayman, no. I did better that time. Because if I was casually playing, I would probably just leave it and then like go back. But for stream, it's quicker. Because I can't just pick them up. I can't like beat the level, pick them up, and then leave. And you can't skip this cutscene. I wouldn't be able to skip the cutscene if I was replaying the level after finishing it either. So, question of the day, even though I've never done that before. I know Ben's already talked about this, but people's experience with the Rayman series. That I want to hear it, because we've got nothing else to talk about other than my pain. I mean, this isn't like Crash 400%ing pain, but it's still pain. Your experience with the Rayman Legends is very fun. I know your experience with Rayman. I mean, Legends is like probably my second favorite game in the series, after 2. I only played a bit of Rayman 1 and 2 on PS1. Right. The PS1 version. The PS1 version of Rayman 2 is very, very different. Like there's only 800 lungs instead of 1000, and the level design is very different. If you haven't played any Rayman, there can always be a channel reward redemption on the channel. Yeah, I mean, there's an N64 version. I could make you play it. Yeah, the PS1 version of this game is very different. Like, yeah, levels like have very different design, like level design. The way cages work is a bit different. Every cage gives you a little bit more on the health bar instead of every like 10 cages. And there's full voice acting instead of gibberish. You haven't marked down as a good game, so it only costs 20k points. I need to get on your streams more often. It's just like, I think the Friday ones, they tend to be a bit late. For me, at least when I have work the next day. But like the Saturday and Sunday ones, I need to like multitask. Watching streams. Yeah, I do own every version of this game except the N64 version. So, and I've 100% of them all except the iPhone version. Sometimes you can sneak in a raid on Saturday. Yeah. It depends which of the two of you finish streaming first on a Saturday. Yeah. I mean, obviously, with time zones being a thing, it's hard to make a stream like be a good time for like absolutely everyone in the world. So, I mean, it probably wouldn't be as late. Like, I'd probably be like fine to at least watch some of it, like while I'm going to bed on a Friday if I didn't have work the next day. But I go to bed earlier when I have work the next day. Saturday during the morning stream would be our afternoon. If I'm not at work, I'll have to try and catch that. But I will likely be at work. I've been working for the last, like, every Saturday since we've reopened the shops, so... Oh, wait, I've already done the switch. Right. Maybe 4th time's the charm? 4th time is not the charm! Fourth time is really not the charm. Right, okay. I think if I don't get it this time, I'll just continue the level, and then we can... I look like I'm having fun. I don't normally mess up this many times. Like, normally I get it on like my 2nd or 3rd attempt. But I'm really, like, doing badly this time. Yeah, like normally, it's like. I mean, I know why I'm not getting it this. I know why I'm messing up. It's the recording curse. Who's the guy selling the robot to the pirate? He is a cameo from from the game Tonic Trouble. I don't know what role he had in that game, but in this game, he pretty much just exists to sell the robot to Razorbeard. Like he only appears in that cutscene. This music is probably going to be etched into my brain. Yeah, I think if I don't get it this time, we'll just continue the level, and then possibly try it again, like then try the whole level again, perhaps, or something. I don't know. I mean, the second half of the level will go by quicker if I'm not trying to get all the lums in it. So. It's just I want to get a move on. Because, I mean, after we beat the game, I'm going to sort of do some extra stuff as well, so... Or maybe I'll leave the... Or maybe I'll do the extra stuff, then go beat the game, I don't know. Hopefully I get it this time. I really hate this section. Well, the end of this section. It's such a pain. Because, I mean, even if you don't have the problem of, like, knocking yourself into the hole, like I've done, like, 4 times, you're, like, it's really awkward to try and control Rayman around that circle, because normally these sliding controls, you know, they make sense for, you know, when you've got the camera behind Rayman, but for going around in a circle like that, it's really awkward. And it's slanted sort of downwards towards the circle, so the physics, the slide sort of physics want to go down into the hole, and so you're essentially desperately trying to fight it to stay around the whole circle and get all the lums. And with any luck, you get them in one cycle, in one lap around it, but it doesn't always happen. So if you try to do a second lap, you're fighting even more desperately. Well, we're about to try it again. I suppose it doesn't take that long to get back. It's like... No, we didn't bounce ourselves in that time. At least. Come on. Please be the run. Please be the run. Yes! That's the run. Nice. We can go in now. The internet's acting up. Good luck with this level. Thanks. Hopefully your internet stops acting up, just in general. But have a good night. Oh, I'm so glad. It's because I gave myself the ultimatum of if I don't get it, I will not retry it. Maybe. The rest of the level will be a cakewalk, compared. But before we can do the rest of this section, we have a mini-boss. You can tell he's he's even more mini-bossy than other mini-bosses because he has the boss music playing. Yeah, the ninja pirate. Ow. Oh, did that switch. Thankfully, the ninja pirate here is relatively allergic to the power fist. It takes longer to beat if you don't have it, obviously. I think I missed the lum here as well. Yeah. Should have gone there. I mean, you can get it without doing that, but that's the easier way to do it. Wait. Another weird change on the 3DS version. You can't climb on this bit here. I don't think. But I think the lum gets attracted to you from above. I think it's here where you can't like climb. I think that's another weird change they made. But yeah. The rest of the level is relatively a cakewalk. Because there's no like, you know, do it or you can't come back. But yeah, here we're on a flying shell. Steer with the stick, stabilize with the jump button. Having a bit too much fun flying around. Whoops. I enjoy flying around on the shell. Whoops. Yeah, the shell, basically when you're turning, it sort of it like rolls as well as turns. So much like sort of flight controls in some like other games. So that's why you can stabilize yourself with the jump button. But with those lungs gotten, we can... Oh, that was close. I almost messed up and went to the next section. Oh, that would not have been good. I'm glad I crashed instead of going to the next section. I don't normally mess that up. Oh wait, no, I almost... I would have messed up anyway. I would have missed that. Now I am... I'm just going to double check. I almost messed up anyway. Okay. It's fine now though. Ooh. So yeah, after that little area, it's all basically training for the thing. We basically now have a more linear section, but more challenging. Now, I first got here when I was playing the DS version, and the lag on the control, on the D-pad, and the awkwardness of the touchscreen make this level really, really difficult. I will look at chat once I've... Oh, something came up your back. Well, you might have missed me in pain from having to replay the first half of the level like 5 or 6 times because of messing up and like not being able to go back. So, welcome back. You might have missed me being in pain. But yeah, on the DS version, this level's really hard because of the input problems. It's not as bad on any version that controls competently. The PS1 version, again, the level design is different, and it feels harder as well because again, the PS1 version doesn't control as well. Like Rayman's like movement, momentum, and all that just is weird on the PS1. But that's the end of the level. There is like a side path that you can go to that's like pointless apart from getting red lums, but also. This is also new content. This isn't in the PC or N64 version. It's in every other version, but well, apart from DS. But yeah, this cutscene is not in the original version. I can't remember whether the PS1 or Dreamcast version came out first, but whichever one of those came out first was the first one to have this cutscene. I think the PS1 version has this cutscene. Obviously, a much lower quality. I like this. It's a really nice scene because in the other versions, Rayman just sort of ends the level, but here, Rayman is liberating all the slaves from the river pirates, and all the slaves and all the you know, all the people that have been captured. Yeah, it's a really nice story point though. Oh, I forgot it does that. I forgot it does this. It brings you right back to the beginning and then makes you walk, and then like walks you all the way to the crow's nest, like to the final level, for some reason. Now, what I think I will do is I think I'll show off the rest of the Glowbox Village stuff now, rather than before the credits, like rather than after the credits, because and also I couldn't cancel out without walking, so yeah, I'm going to show off the rest of the Glowbox Village now, because the credits take ages. It's a Ubisoft game, the credits take ages, so I will, you know, but after the credit, but like obviously do stick by after the credit, like during the credits, because there is another hidden thing in the game that you can only access after the credits, I believe. And you know, well, the end stream stuff after the credits anyway. But let me just double check the post credits thing. But before that, we got the Glowbox Village to revisit. Oh, it's only okay. Maybe there isn't a post credits thing in the Dreamcast version. Maybe it's. I know it's post credits in the PC and N64 versions. Maybe it's not accessible that way in Dreamcast. Well, I'll try it. But for games like this, I like to show the credits anyway, just because I feel it'd be rude not to. But yeah, we'll do the Globals Village, then we'll go do the final boss. Just so that the credits are like the last thing we do. Ah! I've just spilled 7-Up all over the floor. Be right back. You know, I never spill drinks when I'm downstairs. It's only when I'm in my room I spill drinks. I'm still cleaning it up. Our regularly scheduled programming will return. I was tempted to put up the technical difficulty screen, but this is more of just a me being stupid than technical difficulty, so the AFK screen is more fitting, really. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, you know, despite having a table that I was putting my drink back on, it still somehow managed to just slip out of my hand and spill on the floor. I think I've nearly cleaned up the spillage though. There's only really so much I can do. It would help if the wipe didn't just roll up in my hands while I'm trying to wipe the floor. What are those emotes, Joe? I cannot see them from here. I'm on the floor. Seriously, why does this sort of stuff always happens to me? It's always just my luck. Something therapeutic about listening to my back in a bit scream while I narrate the situation. Well, this music was originally originally used for the bit in Sonic A Collection where you read the manuals, like the original manuals for the games. So it's the kind of music you can just sort of listen to calmly. I think I've done about as much as I can. I'm just going to go wash my hands, get the combined scent of 7-Up and baby wipes off my hands, and we'll get back to the game. Right, there we go. Right, so where were we? Glenbrook's Village. There we are. So last time we were here, last week, we only had one of the 3 minigames unlocked, which was Piralums. Now we have access to Weblums and the disc. We'll go to Weblums first. So I'm going to finish this drink before any more of it gets spilled. You know, I was joking about, not sponsored earlier, but now I think we're going to be like, oh, it slips out of your hand and spills on the floor. # unspons. Anyways, Here's another minigame, Weblums. It's just about collecting the red lums on these webs, hence the name Weblums. You know, I showed off Piralums last week. Will I even get it in time? Yeah, it did. I mean, that's literally all it is. Our third minigame then is a bit more elaborate. The disc. Oh, I forgot it has a cutscene. I genuinely forgot this had a cutscene. So yeah, this is like completely exclusive content to the Dreamcast version. Well, I say completely. This is the 3 minigames here are brought back for the PS2 version, but you know this is exclusive to the other normal version, the non-remake versions of Rayman 2 do not have this. So I have no idea what sort of tone they were going for with that cutscene, like whether they're trying to go for like something more serious or something comedic. Because they kind of flip flop between both. So yeah, rules: play the game of the gods. Wise men say that at the dawn of time the gods fought amongst themselves for power over the lums. In this troubled period, the world was as flat as a disc, and the lums came out of its centre. There was only one way to catch the lums. That was to go to the centre of the disc, get as many lums as possible, and take them to one of the bases of the limit of the disc. Now it's your turn to repeat the feat of the gods. And basically, yeah. Basically, you just go to the middle of the disc, get some lums, and off you go. And bring them back. Because Rayman the Disc World sequel. But you might notice there's like 4 corners and 4 different score things. This is a multiplayer minigame. You can play it single player as well, but yeah, this is primarily designed for multiplayer. This minigame. I should really be bringing it back to my own corner, not that one. But yeah, there's not really much you can do with the minigame in single player. To be honest. You're kind of just, doing this. Oops. I think you're just doing it until your lives go down. Yeah, like, it's obviously the kind of thing that's, like, presumably more fun in multiplayer. Because, then you're sort of fighting over the lums and stuff. Whereas here, yeah, you're pretty much just doing it till your lives run out. Yeah, I believe this is brought back in the PS2 version. Don't know if it supports 4-player though, or whether it's just 2-player because the PS2 only has 2 controller ports. But yeah, I mean, once you've, you've pretty much seen the, extent of this game. Again, presumably more fun in multiplayer. But I only have one Dreamcast controller, so. Yeah. But with that, I think it's about time we go to the final boss, don't you? I think it's like 20 to 10. The credits may well take like 15 minutes or something. Considering it's a Ubisoft game, their credits seem to take forever. I just wanted to show off, show off the stuff that makes, that is exclusive to this version. While the minigames were brought back for PS2 version, the Glowbox Village itself was not. Again, not even the 3DS or iOS versions, which are based upon this version, bring back the Glowbox Village for some reason. Yeah, let's go do the final boss. In the N64 and possibly PC versions, you go to the final boss immediately upon finishing the prison ship. But yeah, also by completing the prison ship with all the lungs, we do have all the lungs in the game now. We have all 1000, so it is just final boss time. Rayman has the 4 masks and he is on this ship. I warned you, didn't I? Let's see here, will you swim in molten lava? I'll just handle the problem myself. But yeah, remember in the Iron Mountains, I kind of glossed over the fact that the pirates had captured Glowbox again. And yeah. So Razorbeard's counting on luring Rayman up here with this. Well, by doing this. Man's here. Hey Cool Pro 195, you're in time for the final boss. How are you doing today? Rayman 2 is such a sick game. Yeah, exactly. I love this game. This is one of my favourite games. I was having a bit of pain 100%ing the prison ship, but yeah, I love this game. It's one of my favourites. And as you can tell by the title, playing Dreamcast version. It's my favourite version of the game. Oops. Is that 3 hits on already? No, not yet. I should pay attention instead of looking at something else. It's sick that I'm playing Dreamcast version as well. Yeah, I remember reading like the devs basically considered it sort of the final version, and yeah, I definitely consider it the best version of the game, because like, yeah, I'm at the final boss. Yeah, I mean, I played this game a lot. It was when I got my Dreamcast stuff a couple years back, and it was a game I had to immediately get. Yeah. It is really easy for final boss. Like, one thing the PS1 version does, like, I mean, you probably already know this, but like, obviously the PS1 version has a very different final boss, but it is at least harder, but I wouldn't say it's as fun. But yeah, I've like played every version of the game. Except I haven't gone all the way through the N64 version since I don't own an N64, and but I could. I mean, I can emulate it, but it's pretty much the same as PC version, isn't it? And I can just play the PC version. Well, not from disk because Windows 10. Yeah, it is. It is not that difficult of a final boss. Good music though. Of course, we have the inconsistency in the cutscene as well, because the prison ship level kind of supposed to show us that the flying shells are the silver metallic looking ones, but they decide to give us a yellow one in this level. Now I always found the random the Lee being able to just project a floating head of herself to Rayman a bit weird. Yeah, the PS1 version, like, I would say it's worth playing. I wouldn't say it's as good as the other versions, but yeah, it's still worth playing for the differences. Yeah, I've played, like, the only versions I haven't the only version I haven't gone all the way through is N64. And that's just because, like, if I'm going to play the game on my computer, I will just play the PC version because they're basically identical other than music. And graphical quality. But yeah, have you played the iPhone version? Because I have, and it's the only version I'm not 100% of. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, good. I'm good at steering. It will help if I don't switch what I'm looking at between the TV and OBS. Pick one. Pick one. There we go. I could do the infinite ammo cheat, but I don't feel like it. Oh. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna keep moving, though. I mean, the homing shots that follow you do make the boss at least a little bit more difficult. Because you gotta keep moving or else they will catch up to you. I think one's still following me, yeah. Oh, that was my final shot. Ugh. Ah. Oh, he's up here. It's kind of a neat attention to detail that you can just shoot him as well once he's down to deal more damage. It'd be mildly embarrassing if I died this far in after saying the boss is relatively easy. Just because he's one cycle away from being dead. And there we go. I just know I'm aware of the Easter egg, yeah. I mean, I showed off the Tomb of the Ancients secret earlier, when I was in that level. I'm guessing you must know about that as well. Yeah, I showed off the Tomb of the Ancients secret. Done my homework. Yeah, Rayman 2 was one of the first games I ever played, so I you know, back when my only internet access device, my only handheld portable internet access device was my DSi with its web browser. I spent a lot of time on the Rayman wiki. But yeah, that's the game. That's the game. Oh dear, Rayman is dead. I mean, he was in the ship when it exploded. Yeah, you're aware of the secrets. Yeah, I guessed you were considering what we've been talking about. Yeah, nice to see a fellow Rayman 2 fan though. You knew I cleared this boss fight up in seconds. I mean, I cut it close a couple times in terms of almost crashing or almost getting hit by the homing shots, though. I mean, if I did die like really late into the boss fight, it would have just gone for the infinite ammo thing and just gone to town. So, you know. Still a great game for the way it turned out. Yeah, it is one of my favorites. It's my favorite 3D platformer. Like, I guess the kind of game I can just just chill out and play, just play through, like 100% it. I do find it funny, like on the back of the box, the PC version, it's like more than 40 hours of sheer fun and exhilaration, and it's like when you played it enough, it's only like 5 hours long, give or take. But now we get Ubisoft credits, which means really long credits. Yeah, I'm just going to double check research wise, but no, Rayman 2. I was trying to remember if Menesis is available just by playing it, or whether whether it is only DLC. Yeah, I'm not sure if you can. I don't know if it's possible to get to Menesis without the DLC files, which I don't have. Because I don't really want to waste a CDR just with DLC files for Rayman 2. I don't know how long the credits go for. It's over. GG, well played, thanks. But yeah, Ben, it's only been 2 streams. It's been literally 2 streams, Ben. Based on a story by Michel Ancel, who is no longer in the video game industry. I think it was like last year, or maybe the year before, he like said that he's like leaving the games industry. So, yeah. Hopefully, even though Rayman's creator has left the industry, hopefully Ubisoft will do something with the series. It's been 7 years since the last main series game. I know there's been a couple of mobile games since, but it's been 7 years since the last main series console game. I mean, last year was like Rayman's like 25th anniversary, but I don't think Ubisoft even acknowledged it. Because Ubisoft. I do not remember how long these credits are. Because I think the problem is, I think each like successive version seem to get longer credits because of crediting like both because of crediting like original teams and then the people who worked on that port. 3D plugins. And to all others that we may have forgotten. 3D research. Yeah, because to those who don't know, Rayman 2 was going to be a 2D game, much in the vein of Rayman 1. But then I think it was after the team saw like Crash Bandicoot, I think. That's when they decided to turn it into a 3D game. Ah, Cool Pro 195. Thanks for the follow. Thanks so much. Really means a lot to me. Every follow. Hunt up my Twitch channel over on Twitter. Oh, thanks. that means a lot, honestly. Thanks. Do you stream at all? I'd be happy to give you a shout out if you do. The credits are still going, by the way. Because a lot of times with the credits, once it gets to special thanks, you know it's getting near the end, but like Ubisoft credits, with support for license, like you're all about support for support. Yeah. But yeah, you know, I'm gonna do the like I forgot to turn my chatbot on this entire time. I am dumb. I even have the I even have a reminder saying. Yes, so a lot of people that interact with the chat members as well. Yeah. I mean, interacting with chat is like one of the things I love about streaming. And yeah, Mecha Pigeon. And it's Mecha_Pigeon then. Yeah, I forgot to turn on Mecha Pigeon. He's been asleep at the wheel. Once my bot turns on. There we go. Let's do the SO properly. 195. There we go. I don't know. I should probably make my shout out thing say what game you were playing, but yeah. Oh, extra mega thanks. I Rayman 2 babies. I assume these are production babies. But yeah, also while we're doing shoutouts, I have friends here that stream. Ben98 rather, who's in chat. Yeah, he streams like sort of a bunch of Nintendo stuff a lot of the time. I think is it this Saturday you're doing Hollow Knight again? Yeah, he does a lot of good stuff. He's recently 100% to Breath of the Wild. Chroma hasn't streamed for a while, but they're a good friend of our group. Grenade, he's currently he sort of does a lot of varieties or PC stuff. He's currently doing a Daedric Artifact only run of Skyrim. Joel Banjo, he sort of describes himself Nintendo variety. Today he was doing like some Pokemon Shiny hunts, but he's also done like Mario and stuff like that, Monster Hunter Rise recently. And Space Mermy, she does art streams and a lot of Final Fantasy. And she's like one of the bigger ones of our group. But she's really good at like all the community stuff as well. Yeah, all the people listed there, great people. There's also Nevek Viking. I don't know if he's still in chat, but I'm gonna shout him out as well because he comes to my streams a lot. Nevek Viking, who does he's currently his big thing, a big project is Bravely Default on the 3DS. Like does a lot of like sort of cool like retro N64 stuff, and like doing 3DS. And if I am correct, one of your things is doing stuff all from original hardware, which is great. I love that kind of stuff. I mean, I've been using the OSSC for Dreamcast stuff, but yeah, original hardware. And I mean, original hardware stuff is like, I love to do it when I can, but I don't I'm not always able to. But yeah, obviously since we've done the final boss, we've done Glowbox Village stuff. I suppose there's one more thing I can show off, if I can remember the cheat code to access it. There's one more minigame we can show off. Let's see if I can remember the button to press. Because there's one of the minigames that normally is accessible via... I'm going to Google it. Rayman 2 Dreamcast cheats. Yeah, there's at least one minigame that's normally only accessible via DLC. You can access it with a cheat code. Right. This page, come on. This isn't... I want someone to raid. Recommend raiding friend names. He's coming against the original Rayman for PS1. Ooh, yeah, I might do that. I'll just finish what I'm doing, but yeah, invade minigame, right. So yeah, if we go behind this waterfall, start mashing B. Should. There we go. Invade, bonus stage access granted. Yeah, I mean, I'm not always very good at like working out who to raid, so I appreciate. So yeah, we might go and check him out. Yeah, this is the well, the thing there said invade. I don't know what the actual name of this is, but this is one of the minigames you can get via DLC for Dreamcast. I don't know if it's on the PS2 version as a proper minigame, but yeah. Pretty self-explanatory though. Stop the stuff getting to the outside. Ooh, mega shoot. Oh, they really lost a life. But yeah. Yeah, this is again another interesting thing you can do on the Dreamcast version. Oh, there, let something get to the edge. I'm not very good at this minigame. I'll put it that way. A lot of power downs. Oh no, I've been powered down. Sound effects are panning left and right as I circle around the thing though. Right, you know what, I'm gonna let the minigame end. I feel like I've pretty much said all I need to say on Rayman 2. Shown off pretty much most of what I can. So let's find the right scene. Yeah, thanks everyone for watching. It's been fun, other than my pain trying to get some of the lungs and spilling my drink. But and yeah, definitely thanks to Cool Pro for the follow and for the shout out. Yeah, next week, as people in our group know, a lot of us are coming up on our 1-year streaming anniversary, and for mine, I'm going to be doing the Sonic Mania vs. Chat mod again. It was the first thing I streamed when I restarted streaming again, and I like to think that my streams have come, further in terms of sort of knowledge and like technical stuff. So it'd be nice to redo that mod and in a bit of a nicer format. And yeah, Yep, Sunday streams, as I have said before, they are now bi-weekly, but one is happening this week, hopefully, and we'll be continuing the grind with Dragon Quest. And just as a reminder, actually I'll bring up the stream manager on my phone, that'll be easier, won't it? Yeah, we'll go give name Zoom a raid. They're getting to know Rayman 1 PS1. And yeah, Rayman 1 is certainly a game. I'm not very good at it. And yeah, thanks for the compliments on that screen as well. Like, these screens have been evolving over years of me attempting to stream and then sort of being able to do it properly, like, in the last year. But yeah, next Tuesday and then this Sunday. Tuesdays start 7 PM roughly GMT, yep, UK time. Sunday streams tend to start between 2 and 3 PM, again, UK time. So yeah, let's go raid. Sonic Mania is proper sick as well. Yeah, Rayman. Oh, yeah. Sonic Mania is amazing. Anyways, let's end my stream and go raid.